The Apple event has come and gone, and here are a few things I took from it. They released the Apple Watch Series 9 as well as the Ultra 2. Here are the main features. It now comes with Apple Silicon S9 chip and a couple of features that includes advanced metrics, sleep stages, car crash detection, etc. The CPU is believed to be so effective, and that's because it contains 5.6 billion transistors, and its GPU is increased by 30% faster than the Series 8. As a result of the processor upgrade, the Watch OS 10 is faster and smoother on it. Also, Siri requests are now processed on the device and not on the cloud, so that makes Siri requests faster because network issues and all that won't slow down the response when it comes to Siri requests. With the new Watch OS 10 as well, name drop is enabled. That makes sharing contact easy with another person using the iWatch. And then another new cool feature is the ultra wideband share, which makes pinging your phone pretty easy. I mean, if you misplace your phone or you forgot where you kept it in the house, your watch can easily direct you there. Also, when you get close to the phone, haptic and audible feedback would make you realize that you're close to it. Also, Apple increased the screen brightness. It can now go up to 2000 nits under the sun, which is quite impressive. The supposed to be coolest feature is the double tap, which you can use for doing several things like stopping an alarm, picking a phone call and all. Well, the happiness got shattered when I realized that it had actually been there since the Series 8, and all you had to do was simply go to the accessibility and activate it, so it just became default. That's just it. It wasn't new. The Apple Watch Series 9 is available in a couple of colors. For the aluminum case, it's available in pink, starlight, silver, midnight and red. Well, cool names to just call various colors. As for the price, the Series 9 watch costs about $399 for the GPS only and $499 for the GPS and cellular network enabled. Okay, that's it for the watch. Let's now take a look at the iPhones. As we have heard already in the rumors, there is no iPhone 15 mini. We just have the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Plus. They are just basically replicas of the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max with one camera removed. The iPhone 15 comes with a 6.1 inch display, while the iPhone 15 Plus comes in a 6.7 inches display. Dynamic Island, which was present on the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Pro Max, is present in the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus as well. Here's a big one for the non-pro users. The camera has been upgraded. The 15 and 15 Plus now comes with a 48 megapixel main camera. It has a focal length of 28mm and an aperture of 1.6. Also, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus has the A16 Bionic chip as their processor, just like the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. It uses the Super Retina XDR display, which has support for Dolby Vision. Its brightness has been worked upon also. It now has up to 1600 nits for regular display, and it has up to 2000 nits for display under intense sunlight. They come in new colors which are pretty dull, pink, yellow, green, blue and black. Also, in support of Apple's mandate for carbon neutrality by 2030, they made the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus out of 75% recycled aluminum, 100% recycled cobalt in the battery, and 100% recycled copper. As expected also, it comes with the USB-C, not the Lightning port. The good side of that is we don't have to change cables, every 2 or 3 weeks any longer. Now it's time to announce the e-Guis, the 15 Pro and Pro Max. Instead of the usual aluminum steel, they are built in titanium alloy. And one good side to that is the phone is lighter, apart from the fact that titanium alloy is way stronger. And that means that if your phone drops, you won't be so concerned. I didn't ask you to drop your phone. One other cool thing about the Pro version is the thinner bezels. I mean, it's like the 14 Pro and Pro Max, but then the bezels are so reduced. I mean, you have much more screen space now. Another cool feature of this phone is it carries the biggest processor in any iPhone so far, and that's the A17 Pro Bionic chip. One cool feature we've also heard in the rumors, which is actually very true, is the fact that it has an action button. The 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max has an action button that can be customized to do whatever you want it to do. You can use it to power a flashlight, you can use it to take a picture. There are so many things you can do with the action button, and you can as well just assign it to mute your phone like the usual button would. One thing that makes the Pro version better than the base version is that the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max can take a new form of video that Apple calls spatial video. Spatial video is just a 3D video that can be watched on Apple's Vision Pro, and you would feel as though you were actually there when that video was taken. As expected, the camera was worked upon. Well, it's still the same 48 megapixel, but the Pro and Pro Max version can take better low light pictures, which hopefully we can test sooner or later. The Pro Max has a 5x zoom telephoto lens, which isn't on the Pro version. Both of them have a 12MP ultra-wide camera. Though Apple didn't dwell on it, but they also created a new coating that is believed to reduce lens flare. If you've used probably an iPhone 11 or something to take a picture, you would see that the lens flare can be very bulky. So now let's talk about price, but just before then, a sub to the channel will be very priceless. The iPhone 15 Pro starts at $999 for the base storage of 128GB, and the iPhone 15 Pro Max starts at $1199 for the base storage of 256GB. So are you impressed by what Apple has done? Will you stick to your devices or will you buy the new ones? Let me know in the comment section. As for availability for purchase, the iPhone will be available for pre-order by Friday, and it will be available in stores on the 22nd of September. Take note of the fact that those prices are directly from Apple. They do not include your vendor's charges, shipping fee, and any other expense. I guess if you have someone abroad that can just send it across to you, or maybe it's coming home, it might be quite cheaper for you to get them. If you're saying thank you, the pleasure is mine.